Invest in yourself and invest in your health and work on the preventative maintenance of your health rather than just always searching for a pill, because that doesn't do anything. It just delays the inevitable, which is a short life.
Nate, you know what really pisses on my battery, bro? These fucking guys who keep hitting us with price points. Like, oh, the cost of this is too high. When in reality, dude, what is the true cost? Like when you've decided that you're putting money ahead of your own health and you would rather be fat, obese, borderline divorced, have no respect from your kids, but at least you're saving yourself a couple fucking bucks a day. Like, what's the true cost to that shit? Because this is the kind of stuff that I really think about and really starts, like I said, bro, it really pisses on my battery because these fucking guys are so close-minded and they just don't take a second to realize that you're putting yourself in a predicament where, dude, you might get yourself on medication because you've got high blood pressure or you got diabetes. You think it's cheaper to run that medication or to have a fucking gym membership? Like, at what point did we lose common sense and we now relying heavily on the cure rather than just not getting into that position at all? Like, why is medication something that we're all like super excited about? Like, oh, well, if I get diabetes, I just take a fucking medicine. Oh, I've got high blood pressure. Like you're wearing it like a goddamn badge of honor. When did this become okay? Because it's really starting to fuck me off.
Yeah, that's a big rabbit hole. And, you know, some of it I think has to do with, you know, on the healthcare side, because doctors really don't do prevention.
Right.
They don't.
It's just, oh, here you go. Let's just slap this fucking medication on you. Right. And then, oh, dude. So we watched a Hulu movie the other day, and we haven't watched movies on Hulu for a long time, but there's all these adverts, right? Hulu has these fucking adverts. And it's like, oh, you've got high blood pressure, take this medication. And then when you listen to the side effects of the shit that these fucking clowns are putting you on, anal bleeding, heart issues, oh, you could fucking die.
Suicide. Yeah.
Suicide, depression.
Yeah.
Dude, why don't you just get into the gym and look after your fucking self? Why don't you lose the weight because you have high blood pressure because you're fucking fat?
Yeah, it's almost like they're not even invested in preventing it. They're definitely more invested in just trying to do cures instead, right?
Let me sit back here, Nate, watch TV all day and be a fat fucking troll. And then when I do have some kind of condition, I'm just going to pop some medication and hope for the fucking best. While being an absolute leech on society, being an absolute burden to my family. Because, hey, at 40, when I end up on a fucking heart machine or on some kind of breathalyzer fucking machine that keeps me alive, who's then paying for that shit?
Exactly.
My wife and my kids. Because I was a prick and I couldn't be fucked to get my lazy ass off of a chair and into a gym.
Yeah.
Because the cost of $8 a day for a gym membership was too fucking high for me. But I was quite happy to take a fuck ton of medication and eat like a dick.
Yeah, it's the easy way out. I mean, no doubt. If you're into being lazy and not doing much, that's the easy way out. You pop a pill. But yeah, that's definitely a ramification of being overweight and not understanding just how unhealthy it is. And you know, society's normalized it, right?
Yeah.
Look at mannequins. They never looked like that when I was a kid.
Look at all models. Now you look at the cover of magazines and it's all fat fucks. Yeah. And that's acceptable. And then people will shame me on social media because I got my fucking abs out. Oh, who you trying to flex on? You fat fucking shit.
Yeah.
That's who I'm fucking flexing on. Because you can't be fucked to get in the gym and earn this shit. I'm flexing on you.
Yeah, and it's a problem because right now, you know, I definitely know there's gaslighting. It's saying that is healthy. We all know scientifically it's not. The more fat you have, the more visceral, especially visceral fat, meaning the fat around the organs, the more in danger you are of dying sooner.
Okay, you've been fat, I've been fat.
Yeah.
Were you happy and fat?
No, I bought a lot of shit to make me feel better.
Right.
Yeah.
How many escaping mechanisms did you dive in on?
Too many.
Because you were truly miserable.
Yeah. I lost count.
Right. Yeah. Same.
Yeah. Just all rented confidence, especially clothes, because I always wanted to I spend so much money on clothes because I always wanted to find the one that you didn't have to primp. You know what I mean? And you'll see some people primping. They do this.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they'll do this around when they're, you know, when it's too tight in a zone, which I did a lot of. But you're always searching for that special outfit rather than your body just be the outfit.
Right. I'm not going to wear stripes because it shows that I'm fat.
Yes.
So I'm going to wear solid instead.
Right.
How about you just lose the weight? You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. I stopped buying shit.
Right.
It's funny. And now everything kind of fits. And for the most part, unless it's, you know, the super skinny stuff, I can't wear that stuff. Yeah, that's the best accessory that you could have. Yeah. You need stretchy pants. That's when you do like, you got massive quads.
But man, like I just don't understand why we've got to a point where this is now acceptable and it's okay. And everyone's solution is, oh, I'm just going to take medication. I'm just going to go to the doctor and he's going to give me some fucking gastro thing. Like, I don't know about you, but I've talked to a lot of people who've done that surgery and they're fat again. Because why? It was a Band-Aid on a fucking bullet hole. Your habits suck. You eat like a dick. How did you think that was going to be your solution forever? All you're now doing is stretching the shit that you cut away from, and you're just going to get fat again. Yeah. Like, build the habits, build the foundation, build the fundamentals, and then, you know what? You don't need expensive surgeries.
Yeah.
Because your body's a pretty remarkable piece of machinery.
It is.
And if you fucking fuel it correctly and you treat it right, it can run for a long fucking time. 1,200 days or whatever it was that you ran every fucking day for. You didn't break down.
No.
Because you fueled correctly and you trained correctly.
Yeah. Body got used to it, adapted.
How many dickheads out there told you were overtraining and being an idiot?
Quite a few.
All of them.
Quite a few.
Why? Because they're fucking lazy. They can't be bothered to do the work. Because the true cost of doing hard work is a little bit of discomfort.
Yeah.
I bet you had fucking shin splints.
A little bit, yeah, when I started.
Right.
And then the body adapted.
Right. But how many people get shin splints after 1 or 2 runs and are like, fuck it, I'm done?
Yeah. You just got to work through it. And here's the crazy thing. So when you want to not do the work or take those shortcuts, there's always going to be some people that are going to want to profit from it. And sometimes with not the best intentions, just like, you know, getting, you know, bariatric surgery, right? Make no mistake, they're making money.
Fuck you money.
They're making a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
Where maybe there should be a consult before getting that done, which I know it probably doesn't exist, of how about we just change behaviors and habits, make you work out so you can do it the right way and lose weight.
We just do that, Nate, and now there's no money in that for you.
Exactly.
Let me fix your bad habits so you're no longer fat. There's no money in that for you as a doctor, especially if you are getting backhand from Big Pharma.
Right.
So it's
and it's not to say that all doctors are bad, but I think they don't talk about it enough. It's just, there's not much prevention, and they've normalized being big. And they've made everything, you know, we don't have to walk anywhere. Our food comes to us. I can literally go on an app and order the type of chicken breast I want, and how much of it I want. They're just, that's what current society is right now.
Dude, we just moved, right? But before that, we lived in a, what do you guys call it? Do you call it a complex here?
Yeah,
like a bunch of buildings all in one little gated community.
Right.
Do you know how many fuckers couldn't be bothered to actually walk from their house to the trash cans, and they would ride motorized scooters with a bag of trash? Because God forbid they had to do 150 stairs to a fucking trash can.
Wow. Yeah.
That's the world we live in. You watched WALL-E? That's where we're headed, bro. Let me just sit in my fucking chair and just push a little button and just sit there and get fat as fuck and just pop medication all day. Right. That's what's up.
Yeah, and I think the trend just comes down from, you know, just not wanting people to feel bad, right? You like, there's a whole thing now. You just don't want, you don't want, you know, we're not keeping score in kids' games anymore, right? You don't want people to feel like they lost. And so
trophies.
This drive to always make people feel good is actually, is part of the problem. Is that you actually have to tell people, hey, listen, you're big, you're obese, you have visceral fat, it's not healthy. We need to take care of this. We need to make some behavior change.
But isn't there some kind of psychological damage that's being done here as well, where you're being told to feel good when you don't feel good? When I was my fattest and everyone was like, well, you should be happy, I wasn't fucking happy. So now I'm questioning why everyone else is telling me why I should be happy when I'm not happy. What's wrong with me? Why am I broken?
Yeah. You know, it's just people don't want to offend you. They might think differently. Or you might be just in a group of people that all feel the same way. You know, try that if you're fat and out of shape. Try being in a group of guys who are in shape. Believe it or not, and I used to be afraid of this, you won't get any judgment, especially if they've gone through the process like I have and you have. They're going to encourage you more than anybody else that I can think of, more than your doctors, that you can do it. They'll be your biggest fans, and they'll watch you do it because they know what it's like to go through that struggle.
Well, look at the Battle Ready, the community in Battle Ready, right?
Yep.
You go into that Mighty Networks channel, and everyone's blowing each other up. Everyone's stacking W's and helping. Like, oh, Nate, what are you struggling with? Oh, you're struggling with this? I had that problem too. This is how I overcame it.
Right.
Why don't you try this? Why don't you do that? Rather than just enabling everyone and being like, oh, it's okay to be fat and be miserable and want to kill yourself. That's not okay. None of that is fun. None of that is okay. Yeah. But for some reason, we're like, oh, you feel depressed? Here's some medication. Not what is actually the root cause of why you're depressed. Why are you anxious? Why do you hate yourself? It's probably because you look in the mirror, you don't respect the guy looking back. Yeah. So maybe let's fix that. Let's stop those self-sabotaging habits where you're sinking a fuck ton of alcohol every night just trying to escape reality. Yeah. Because I've been there. Drinking like a fish, gaming. Because in all honesty, the game was more entertaining than my real life. So I could hide behind a computer screen and I could be someone I wasn't, and I could fucking shit talk everyone on the internet about how awesome I was.
Yeah, I done that.
When in reality, bro, you're literally in a fucking little closet of a room, cornered off, and you are miserable.
Yeah.
You're morbidly obese, you drink like a fish, and you literally don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah. That's a huge cost to pay.
Huge.
Huge.
So now when you weigh that up versus an $8 gym membership a day, and that's an expensive fucking gym. That works out to like $300 a month. Most gyms are $40, $50 a month. You're telling me you can't find $1 to $2 a day and the hour that it takes to get into a gym to stop yourself from becoming a burden to your family, building resentment with your kids, your wife thinking you're just a lazy piece of shit. Like, that to you is not worth $2. I can't wrap my head around that whole thought pattern. And then to then go, do you know what, $2 a day for a gym membership is way too high, Nate, but I'm going to pay $20 a day for fucking medication. Yeah. That's an okay trade-off. Why? Because I get to sit back on my sofa and watch Netflix all day and pray to God that a medication is going to save my life. Because I can't be fucked to do it myself.
Yeah.
That's what we become.
Yeah, that's the big lie. That's the big lie. The good news is they can change it at any time. The moment that you just change, and it's going to be messy, it's going to be ugly, and you understand that what you're doing is basically killing yourself, you can switch and take the small steps, like joining a gym, to go and flip that around.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's like we talked about in a previous episode, you didn't get fat overnight.
No.
So you're not going to get skinny overnight. Well, you're not going to get dialed in overnight.
Right.
Like, we don't want to look like Justin Bieber either.
No.
Like, we want to look like a fucking man.
Yeah.
We want to be bulging in all the right places. Like,
right.
Have some fucking veins showing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not skinny. So, like, that's going to take some work. That's going to take some getting uncomfortable. But off the back end of that, there's so much more fulfillment out of the process. Like, the more TV I watch, the less fulfilled I feel. The more I spend time on Instagram, the less fulfilled I feel. Because I'm looking at everyone's highlight reel going, oh, well, why am I not as successful as all of these guys?
Yeah.
Because you don't necessarily put that in your mind and you go, oh, this is their highlight reel. You just associate that with that's their life. And it's the same shit. So now all of a sudden, the true cost of spending too much time on social media and spending too much time in front of the TV and eating like shit food and all of that stuff, it all just eats away at your confidence. When you start actually weighing that up versus the real monetary cost, you can make more money any day of the week. Like, you can just go into Marketplace and fucking buy something that someone else is selling and resell it for $20 more. Dude, there's a gym membership.
Yeah.
But most people won't do it because, one, they're either not resourceful or they just don't want it bad enough.
Yeah, you got to want it bad. And, you know, another cost that you're going to pay by going down this path, if you have kids, they're going to follow you.
All the way follow you.
They're going to follow you. And so now your health is going to be their health. And you're going to start to have them think, because you already think it, that fitness was never made for you. You're just not genetically built for fitness. And they start to believe that. But I guarantee you, if you have photos of your family 3 generations ago and you're obese, they don't look like you.
Nope.
I guarantee you they don't.
For sure.
Everybody's family.
Right.
Because this is a modern thing that's happened recently. But just look, and then you should know on both sides of your family, more than likely, a lot of them are very fit. And they just made different choices. They made better choices.
Yeah. They didn't go to McDonald's every day.
No.
So.
They didn't have Netflix. So.
Right.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's say someone now has watched this episode and they're like, do you know what? These guys are onto something. The true cost is actually way worse than I anticipated. Because let's be honest, let's not just assume everyone's stupid. Like a lot of people are fucking dumb.
Right.
But there are some people that aren't necessarily all the way stupid and they just never been shown how to think like this.
Right.
So now they're like, oh my God, you guys have just opened my eyes to a different way of thinking. What's step one?
Step one, definitely do an audit of your day. Find time that you can start to move. Doesn't have to be gym right away. Just start walking. Once that walking, you get consistent with it, go ahead and start to lift weights. Resistance training is going to be your best friend. That's the way you develop muscle mass. More muscle mass in the body, the higher your metabolism goes, and that's going to definitely help you out. So I would start there. Then if you want professional help, obviously, reach out to us. We have a lot of experience with that. And we have our own journeys that I think would benefit a lot of people. That the moment you decide that that's not for you and the cost of being obese and fat is literally going to kill not only you, but your future generations if you have kids and you've now made this change, reach out.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day as well, you can get on Google and you can follow some kind of random crash diets and do a lot of bad as well. You can really hurt yourself.
Yeah, that's definitely, you do not want to do that because, I mean, you can, obviously any monkey can program you to lose 100 pounds in three months.
Oh yeah.
But you're going to
starve the shit out of you.
You're going to screw up your hormones, your metabolism is going to be out of whack, you're going to have all this loose skin dangling all over the place. There's a better way to do it. But the first thing you have to decide and accept, well, the first thing is acceptance. What the path that you're on is not going to serve you very well, and you may not be around that long to see it, right? And so we need to get you on the path, start moving, reach out, and we definitely can make some suggestions because, again, we were big ones. I was 240.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a big boy.
I was a big boy too.
I like to eat too much. Or the wrong things.
Alrighty. So to put a bow on this, Nate, we're going to assume that people are going to take action, that guys are going to start actually weighing up the true cost, not just the actual monetary cost, because that's peanuts in the grander scheme of things. $2 a day, $10 a day, $100 a day. Who cares? The government prints trillions of dollars a month. Who fucking cares? You can, if you need the money, you'll figure it out. When you start thinking in terms of true cost, now you understand that there's actually a lot more risk versus reward ratio that's working against you. So understanding the true cost and then taking action on the true cost would be step 2.
That would be step 2.
Okay. And then step 3 is?
Step 3, look for ways to optimize after that. Because really, if you're that far away, sometimes it's really hard to see the fit self if you're so far away from it. And that's why a lot of guys quit, is because they're looking so far ahead. There's no way that's for me. There's no way I could have chest muscles or abs again. It's possible. But let's just take that first step. And then step 3, once you start, you can start to optimize once you start to get moving and start to develop some consistency. And that's when you should seek some professional help. Invest in yourself. Stop buying all that bullshit. I mean, there's so much stuff that guys spend money on.
Oh, yeah.
I know because I used to do it, right?
I still do it.
Right. Invest in yourself and invest in your health and work on the preventative maintenance of your health rather than just always searching for a pill, because that doesn't do anything. It just delays the inevitable, which is a short life.
Yep. Early deathbed, much higher medical bills,
Much higher.
huge burden on your family.
Huge burden.
And let's be honest, most people are not financially savvy enough to actually leave enough money behind. So now your kids or your wife are going to incur that debt because you were a dick.
Yeah.
And you were looking for shortcuts and you couldn't be fucked to do the work.
Not good. Someone's always going to benefit when you try to do it. It's always not for the right reason.
So here's what's up, dudes. Stop looking for those shortcuts. Stop looking for a short and easy way out. There is no secret formula. There is no secret pill. It's going to take you doing some hard work. First thing you guys are going to do is you're going to do an audit of sorts. Understand the true cost of what the fuck you're doing. Understand that whether you are in the gym or not in the gym, that there is a cause and an effect off the back of that. If you are in the gym and you're doing the work, awesome. How do you improve on that? If you are not, what is the true cost of you not being in there doing the work? Who is actually going to pay for your laziness and your lack of dedication to yourself and to your family, your friends, your network, etc.? Once you've done that true audit, start taking actionable steps to improve. And then ultimately, when you hit that roadblock, because you will, seek professional help. Find someone who's been there, done that, got the t-shirt. They will help you time collapse and they'll get you where you want to be faster and ultimately living longer so that, hey, maybe one day you get to walk your daughter down the aisle or you get to see your son marry the woman of his dreams. And hopefully neither of them are fat fucks at the altar.